Good evening. Um, Today I'm going to talk about a little bit different stuff, and I thought to do the video because I was having the benefit. So I think some of you some of you may solve the issue of sleeping, whatever you're going through. I think those are called pre insomnia periods or something like that. So, first, I must tell you my story, what I was having for years. So, from the year 1995, I was having coffee. That was the first time when I was having coffee. That was not the first time I tasted coffee. I had coffee before, but I had my big exam, my board exam, and I had to choose my subjects in the class. At the grade 8, you have to select your courses, what you want to take, arts, science, or commerce, etc., etc. So at that time, I was thinking, actually, I used to have a proper 5 hours proper sleep. But usually, a healthy person must have a 6 hour proper sleep, 6 to 8 hours proper sleep. That's what doctors say. So my sleep was something around 4 to 5 hours from my childhood, and the problem was I was a very cautious person. A small, even a slightly sound used to wake me up. That's what my mother said. So for a person like me, if you are like that, I guess this video can be a little bit helpful. So at that time, I was 14 years old. I started to take coffee, and coffee is very addictive. And I used to take milk coffee, and after I was taking for a year, my sleep reduced very badly. So when I was passing my, let's say, my college, almost at that time, I think I used to stay awake almost all night. I didn't understand what was the problem. I used to take a lot of tea and coffee, and actually at that time, I used to play, but I remember that my eating disorder was too much, even though I used to be an athlete. But later on, I couldn't understand what was bothering me because I was having a lot of tea and coffee. I really don't understand how it was affecting me. I mean, I used to hear it causes insomnia type of problem, uh, but I was not really serious because I was very young. Later on, when I got married after my college, actually, that was during my college, I was very young. So, after I got married, I had very, very clear sleep. I was surprised. I used to sleep even in the daytime after lunch. I used to be at that time. I was for a year. I didn't do what for 2 years. I didn't do anything. I was in my what do you call it? My in-laws' house. At that time, I remember I used to be very tired, and I can say one thing that it was the normal sleep time. What I was counting at that time, I was sleeping well, even though my married life was not good, but I was sleeping well. Very surprising. So when I came back to my parents' house, after some time, I think when I started my bachelor's, I started to take coffee, tea. That time I didn't start coffee, but I started drinking tea again. I love tea. I'm not a coffee person at all. So again, my eating disorder, and not this time it was eating disorder, it's more or less I was not having time enough to eat because my daughter was really small, and I just started my first semester, and so I was going through my divorce, and I didn't have much time to eat or sleep. And then I started three jobs, my you know, to collect my pocket money, and I mean so many things. So I had my sleeping disorder for from 2003 to straight, if I say, probably 2009, I think. 9 or 10. 9, I think. Yes, 9. I would say 9. So it's a long period of time. Why I am telling you this information, I'll come to a point. You have to watch this video up, actually full. You have to watch it full if you want to know, really serious about your sleeping disorder. So it was a long period, and then all of a sudden, I think I remember in 2009, I decided to do my master degree. So I left the job for 4 months at that time. That time, somehow, I did a part-time job from, I guess it was not a really 8 hours job. It was something like a 5 hours job, a part-time job. And at that time, I got back my sleep again. So it struck in my mind why I couldn't sleep all these years. I was actually blaming my bad relationships, what I had. Also my bad marriage, and I mean, my ex-boyfriend was at that time in my life, and we were having trouble with relationship. Also, my kid was small. So many things. I was blaming all those factors, but actually, this food thing absolutely skipped my mind. Then it came to, like, I was sleeping pretty well, and then in 2011 I took another job. I was switching job after my master degree. So in 2011 I took another job, and all of a sudden again, from that time, 2011, end of 2011, I was facing again sleeping disorder. So when it happens to me, what I notice this time, when I'm stressed, I face more the sleeping disorder. I can't sleep. I have some hypertension issue. So if I'm like, I have some big day coming on and on. So I was having serious issue about it. So what I did, I went to the doctor, and the doctor gave me some sleeping pills. To be very honest, I'm not very fond of sleeping pills. I feel like I should sleep, normally. That's how I think. But when I told this to my doctor said, you don't have to be dependent on the sleeping pills, but do one thing, you have to be regular in routine. So take one pill for 15 days. Every single time you have to be in very accurate same time, and you have to go to sleep. Like if you're taking, let's say after the meal, you're taking after an hour, after meal, after 1 or 2 hours, you're taking the pill, and just after taking the pill, within an hour, you have to go to bed. But if you're watching TV, you're watching YouTube, you're watching something, I mean your brain is working on something, you won't be able to sleep. So sometimes people suggest like read books, watch something, listen to something. For me, that didn't work. If I turn on music, what happened to me? My ear and my brain, I was liking the music, or it's a good music, and then those rhythmic type of music, those actually helps to sleep. That's what you get in YouTube. I was downloading those. So the problem, what happened, what I found in the first place, I took the pill, I turned on the music, dark in my room and everything. I couldn't sleep. For 2 hours, I didn't sleep. I was listening to the music. Then I turned on the radio. I thought like, okay, I'm not going to watch anything, because if I start to watch, I took the pill and my sleep will go away. All of my hard work will, it's not going to work. It was a wrong idea. what I realized later. So after 2 3 hours of taking the pill, then I was able to sleep. So every morning I used to get up with very tired face and yawning the whole day. So later on I stopped that. Then I started to watch some videos, like, watching some TV serials or something like that, or something like a movie, short movie. That actually keeps your mind alive or your brain alive. That, excuse me, that doesn't let you sleep. Don't do that. Keep all your electronic stuff away from you. I know it's sometimes for our current lifestyle, it's almost impossible to get rid of your phone. Even like you have to keep it near your head or your bed because you have to listen to the ring, right? To wake up. That's what I do, actually. I keep it on my bedside table to so that I can hear the morning ring. So in that case, what I found after like 2000 up to 2012, 2012 to 2000, yeah, I was facing huge issue. Then in 2014, what I did, I stopped watching or listening all those things, and I was addicted at that time with the TV serials and radio programs at late night. So I had to give up on that. I'm a person who is not addicted to anything. That's the best part. If you can do that, trust me, you get all the solutions of your life. So later on, what I did, I started to read. I used to read, but later on, I started to read more. But the problem came up that it's the same result. I'm spending 1 or 2 hours, which is actually cutting down my sleeping time. So after 2015, when I broke up with my ex-boyfriend, I don't know what happened. I slept so well. So after 2015, in 2016, I wrote my first book. It got released. Yes, I wrote a book and it got released, and I realized something like unnecessary tension or unnecessary stress. It went away from my life. I became so free. I was doing something like not really yoga. I would say I was motivating myself that whatever happens, don't take the job too seriously. Job is for you, you're not for the job. It's not like that. The thing is like that. So people take too seriously the job thing. I understand money matters, but it doesn't matter over your sleep or your lifestyle or your family. That's for sure. So remember one thing, that workaholic is worst thing for you. I was workaholic. Trust me. I used to take phone calls after 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. I used to reply every single mail. That's what I used to do. Yes. When you're holding the phone, and if your email of office email is installed in your phone, what we do, we have an intention, okay, checking the email and instantly we're replying. That's what we do. That's what I used to do. I'm sure there are many people who are watching at the moment. They have the same habit. Don't do that. Don't touch your email. Don't. Even if you are using your personal email, don't reply that time. Make some time after work. Make some time after your study, or some specific your personal time in between, after your dinner, before your sleep. Do those if you do those stuff before you go to bed. I mean, it actually shouldn't be the borderline time of your bedtime, but it should be something. It's better to finish it before your dinner, I would say. Like if you do the dinner, like I do my dinner at 9 p.m. So what I do everything within 7 to 9 p.m. If I can reach home by 7, I can do that by 9. So that's my personal time. That's what I call it. So that is how actually my sleeping disorder got fixed. Also, I stopped drinking tea after 3 p.m. This is a serious thing because I used to take a lot of tea and different types of tea. So what I did, I stopped taking any kind of medicine or any kind of tea, coffee after 3 p.m. That will keep my nervous system awake. So that was very helpful. So now I can sleep pretty well for the last almost 1.5 years, or more than 1.5 years, 2 years, I would say. So if you have a sleeping disorder, not insomnia, when insomnia grows from such kind of things. So my journey was ups there. It has a lot of ups and downs. I could sleep in the middle, I couldn't sleep in the and sometimes but the not sleeping time was really long, if you count like me, if you understand what I'm saying. So if you have something like that, it's not about that. Trust me, in between the time when I said, like, when I joined my school, I'm in my university for bachelor's till my job, like 2007 or 8, I was working really hard. I was tired, I was stressed, but still I couldn't sleep. There are many things are involved, so be careful what you do in the daytime, because your body is a clock. So however you maintain it, it will work like that. So if you're in America, if you follow the clock of Japan, so your body will be following that clock. So don't do that. Wherever you are, just follow, make your body used to with that clock. And it's very important, if you're having insomnia, if you think so, if it's an insomnia, the first thing, you should go to the doctor and take the prescription from him, that how he is actually suggesting for your better sleep. Also, a cozy room without any sound, because sounds make your brains awake. I know there are so many people that are habituated with musics and other stuff, gaming, all those stuff. But I think if you keep your brain tickle, it will keep your system awake. So don't do that as well. Also, your food, take proper food. Night is if the night is really long, like in the winter time, the night is really long, and in our summertime, night is short. So you have to give your stomach a little bit digesting time, but you cannot, if you have gastric issue, you have to give some time in between, so that you can take some water. And also, who have problem like me, like few days ago I had over overactive bladder problem. If you have that kind of issue, so you should take the water at least half an hour or an hour before you go to bed, because if you have such kind of issues, so you have to get up and go to the bathroom, and your sleep will be interrupted. So keep those things in mind, and when you go to sleep, just throw everything out of your head, all the tensions, all the anxiety, agony, whatever you have in the mind. Just sleep. Trust me, sleep heals. It heals from your inside, your mental situation, your morning, when you wake up, you won't feel tired, frustrated, all those things. These things comes if you have a good night's sleep. It helps a lot in your activity, in your productivity, in so many things. So take care of your sleep. It's very important how long you sleep, how good you sleep, because I had an issue previously. I used to sleep well, but I was having a dark circle and so. But sometimes we sleep, but still we have dark circles. That is the sign of your health issue. So even though you sleep well, but you're like not really sleeping well, probably something else is interrupting in the middle. So take care of those and sleep well. Good luck. If you have any questions, you want to know more, if you want me to make such kind of video more, please leave a comment and let me know how I can help. I will be really happy. Thank you.